to go, default for panic options, so it's not going to work as well against him, as we've seen time and time again in the past of this matchup. We're going to jump right into Smashville. Seems to be a popular stage here today at XenoSaga.
Now, this, I understand, is a comfort pick for both of these players. Not only is Sheik proficient on Smashville, as we've mentioned time and time again, but this is one of Raptor's favorite stages. It's one of the ones that he performs the best on. And we're already seeing an excellent performance out of him, putting 55% on deck to Vinnie immediately.
See him trying to go for the Yoshi bomb, immediately trying to break out of that shield. Vinnie opting to go for the jump instead in order for his shield not to get broken, but still ends up taking a little bit of damage. Raptor off to an amazing start here. So already putting Vinnie at 85%, going for 88. Looking for more. Tries to go for the mix up there with the command grab, but just trying to go for the egg lay instead.
I don't like these rolls that Raptor's putting out, especially against Vinnie, because it's going to put him in unfavorable positions, but that up smash is going to put Vinnie at quite the start for this match. Already down a stock on Raptor with only having 57% on him.
Yeah, Vinnie missing that tag was huge for him. And now Raptor trying to go again for another up smash, hoping that Vinnie was going to fast fall air dodge. But opposite double jump instead. When in doubt, you just go for that double jump in order to just get out of that scenario. You extend your resources, but at least you're not going to get styled on. Raptor going for the neutral air into 4. This man's just comboing him.
He's just moving everywhere, hitbox to hitbox. And one thing that I really like out of Raptor, a very smart defensive option, is these falling up airs. He's making sure to land with it because he's putting out a very strong hitbox, and he's making sure to meet if Vinnie can do anything with it. It allows him to land safely.
And Vinnie's going to eat that air dodge with that up air, but Raptor's still living at 93%. Accidental egg roll coming into play. Vinnie's going to capitalize on that. He goes for the jab into down smash. I haven't seen that too much before today, but I've been seeing Raptor go for it a lot at XenoSaga. Tries to go for the Yoshi bomb a lot. Mix up that you can do is once you're in that egg lay is to miss time when you're going to break out of the egg, so the Yoshi has to keep guessing when to time their attack.
And there's so many options that Raptor has punishing that egg and what the opponent can do that it's a massive guessing game for both players. Oftentimes you'll see him just go for an up smash for the sake of damage.
And Vinnie trying desperately to fall back into against Raptor. Raptor just going for all these neutral airs, trying to fight it against his iQHQ brother. And but Vinnie just goes for the rawest of bouncing fishes to send him back off stage. Raptor returning in favor of that forward air.
And just like that, 122% on Vinnie is going to put him at quite an uphill battle to fight right now. He's not going to be able to do a lot with that rage, but Raptor's going to be able to take advantage of it very easily if he can get up on stage.
Raptor has to hold on to this momentum if he wants to take away this game one, because Vinnie was starting to steal a little bit away from him. The egg throw is going to do wonders for him. He goes for the forward air, tries to follow it up with an up air, but instead goes for the egg throw instead, just to apply even a little bit more damage. Vinnie's sitting at max rage, 155%.
Manages to get a grab, but no follow-up because Raptor opted to go right for the flutter jump. And another forward air. He's just following damage, hit after hit.
This Dinosaur's putting in work, trying to go for that jab, but Vinnie trying to apply a little bit more pressure with that bouncing fish. Once again, keeping his cool, throwing a lot of Neil Storms at him. Seeing at 72%, Vinnie now has him at a possible kill percent if he manages to get a tippered up smash. Raptor desperate to try to close out this game before he loses too much momentum.
And Anera's going to do it from the other side of stage.
Vinnie losing game one to Raptor
in rather convincing fashion as well. Right from the gate, Raptor showed that he was very confident moving in, and he just put out a lot of very safe options. He was coming out of shield with Nair often. He was doing a lot of the falling up air to make sure that he could either return straight to neutral or continue his advantage state.
But now Final Fantasy VII's coming out in full force, going for the counter pick, knowing that Cloud is very hard. It is one of the most difficult matchups for Yoshi. He has such a problem with Cloud.
Yoshi's one of those characters that really struggles from the presence of so many DLC playing players. Cloud, of course, being one of them, is just able to do so much on Yoshi. But right now, Raptor's showing no fear. Just trying to meet hitbox to hitbox, and we've got the juggles.
And the struggle I'm sure that Vinnie's facing is that, I've heard him, the last time I interviewed him, Vinnie mentioned that he doesn't like switching to Cloud or another character, see if he can go the whole tournament using only Sheik. And it's like a personal challenge for him. So now that he has to go to Cloud, he's already failed that challenge that he set for himself. But it's better to win the tournament than to lose trying to go for all Sheik.
Right, and especially when the stakes are high like this, Raptor up a game, and that could be tournament game. if he manages to take this out 2-0 over Vinnie.
With a $10 entry fee and 81 entrant, there's a lot of money on the line from first place. And he's trying to approach egg-throwing Raptor. Raptor barely avoiding that cross-slash limit from the limit break.
And he's not able to do anything out of it. Not able to punish it. Vinnie not able to respond in turn, but he has stage control. He's getting limit charged back up. It was a very interesting blade meal. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but he gave Vinnie the space he needs. He's got limit now.
Man should just go for the Braver, man. The Braver forward air coming in clutch. Killing him off the top. Raptor now has to play a little bit of catch-up.
And now Vinnie can play as safe as he wants. He could just up air through these base platforms. He can move around through the platforms. Battlefield just an amazing stage for Cloud as a whole.
And he's going to hold on to that limit break in order to increase his running speed, falling speed, and everything, just for combos to connect even easier.
We've seen a lot of that from the Clouds on stream today. Both Vinnie and Ralphie, very proficient players of Cloud. Dark Blues as well. They make the most out of limit, not just from having that loaded gun on deck. Being able to pull the trigger just like that when they need to.
I want to talk about that exchange there because Vinnie put Raptor into like the biggest of traps in Battlefield, hitting him off all the way off to the side of the stage, and he's out of jumps, so he air dodges into the ground, and Vinnie saw it coming a mile away, lets the cross-slash limit break rip.
An unfortunate situation, but now that Raptor has the stage pick opportunity, he can pull away these triplats away from Vinnie.
But will it be enough for him, man? That was pretty convincing, with or without the platforms. He's going to take him back to Smashville. See if this will work out for him. Once again, it's Raptor's comfort pick.
But let's see if it works out for him moving on to game 3.
He's going to eat that rawest of cross slashes right off the bat, applying already 19 damage. Man's already thrown out tons of up airs against him, applying so much damage. Raptor's struggling to just try to win the neutral against this man. It's just such a difficult matchup because I feel like Vinnie can get away with pushing so many buttons against Raptor, where Raptor has to play just super careful. Not taking away any credit away from Vinnie, but it is so much easier for him to get away with so many hits. And once he gets a hit in, he can just carry away for so long against Yoshi.
Like, one small hit goes a long way for Cloud in this matchup, and very odd of Vinnie just falling off the stage.
Calls out the air dodge, just waiting for it. Smart play coming from Vinnie. Knowing that he's going to fast fall into that. He gets hit by the limit break cross slash, and he has destroyed any momentum that Vinnie had. Immediately going for that forward air. Goes for the double forward air.
And with only 8% on deck, this is now tournament stock for both of these players.
Because the first one was so obvious, and Vinnie knew it was coming a mile away, but did he expect the second one? I sure as heck did not. Now Vinnie carrying him with all these up airs. Raptor trying to find an opening. Goes for the jab out of shield. Goes for the pip grab, hoping that Vinnie was going to land right into the tongue. Applying a little bit of pressure to that forward air instead.
So much damage already on Raptor. He's going to have to play a lot safer. But Vinnie's just not letting up his assault, and now that he's got limit, it's even more dangerous.
And just kind of poke him with his toe, trying to push him back as Vinnie continues to just try to weave in back and forth, throwing out all these attacks, just making Raptor feeling so uncomfortable from just landing. And he continues to hold on to that limit break, waiting for the possible wrong moment, probably making Vinnie sweat a little bit. Because all of his skills.
Just barely missing that forward air, but having him bust that limit so early.
This is going to be really big for Raptor. If Raptor manages to get Vinnie off stage, it could be huge for him, but Vinnie's just going to maintain all that stage control. Ops, instead of trying to chase after him, charge limit instead, because he knows limit is super important against this dinosaur. Okay, applying a little bit of pressure with that back air. Raptor going for the ultimate, reads the tag, goes for the forward air instead. He has about 68%, but it does not matter. Vinnie's going to respond with an overhead press, hitting him off the top of the stage. Vinnie's going to move on to fight against Dill and loser semis.
That's going to be bad for Raptor. Still a very powerful showing. Like, it may have been a foregone conclusion, but Raptor played that so smart. Like, everything that he brought to the table, he was just able to meet aggression to aggression. It was just like Clouds was just safer and bigger and faster and had more knockback.